Check these little guys out. Here's some of my friends over here. What's up, y'all? What you doing? We'll go back to the chime a little bit. I'll do a little walk and talk a little bit. Here's my guys. What's up, buddies? Look at all these guys over here. Ducks over there. People riding them bitches around. Yeah, we'll do a little walk and talk. Maybe we'll have some. Oh no, this is no good. See, over here, the sky is looking fucking ratchet. But over here, we good. We good over here. Maybe you guys will get to see my new apartment today. I don't know. Maybe not today because I finally got everything in my house. I haven't got everything unpacked yet. But I live really right next to this right here. This is my front yard. Yeah, this is definitely my front yard, not my backyard. My backyard's a little different. So this is a lake, and then I got some bayou right in front of my house. It's even closer. Yeah, I got some cool shit up that way, part of City Park. But these guys, I come and rock with these guys all the time. There's the tree. Let's go listen to some chimes for a second. Then I'm gonna go walk over and grab myself some coffee. And this is the chime tree. They break it down into the Fibbonaci sequence with all of these things. If you can understand how big this chime is up there, it's I think at least 10 feet tall and probably 400 pounds. It's big. Even that one right there is probably at least 3.5, 4 feet. I think it's gigantic. So here, have this for a second. Do a little walk and chat about shit. You guys can throw out some subjects, some topics if you want. Cause I don't know. I've just been in the middle of this move. I've been just chilling, sleeping good. New place is totally rad. Already had breakfast. About to go have some coffee and smoke something good. When I got this fancy. They do cans of wine, so it's like 2.5 glasses of wine for like $6. Can't beat it. Great breakfast time. Okay, let's go do something. Let's go see what's happening. Let's see what's happening in the world, huh? Let us go find. Oh, I got some other friends over here. Oh, see my friend the crow. See, I told you the crows be fucking with me. There's my people right there. Hold on. Can you see him? How's this not working? Why is this not doing what I wanted to do? Do your job. There's my crow right there. Oh. Yeah, let's go see what these guys are doing. See if they need any snacks. I'm walking right into the bad weather, but I think it's gonna fly over to the south a little bit. These guys over here, they're a little loud though. If you get too close, they will fucking yell at you. Well, at least on this side of the park, because a lot of people come over here, so I gotta deal with a bunch of assholes. There's some big motherfuckers right there. Let's take the path less traveled. Let's go this way. Here. You can see my face or whatever if you want. I don't know. What's going on with you guys? How's it going? I'll take a little break up here and sit down and we can... Ooh. That was breakfast, just came up a little bit. Oh man, they turned it up. This used to be a fountain that we worked. Let's see, you see that right there? It used to be a fountain. I don't know why they shut it off. Stupid. Stupid essay. Let me turn my brightness setting up on here because I cannot see you guys at all. Alright. What up, Hippie Island? What up, John? Jay Marley? Of Danny Skylark. Well, here I am, Jay. I just finished moving yesterday, so it was like a lot more moving than I wanted. Like, it just took a lot longer, you know. You kind of wonder where all the shit that you have came from. Like, you know how much you moved last time, but then you acquire things and you don't throw anything out. And then you're like, damn it, I have so much cleaning to do. But now I just finished that, so what's up, Mind Jin? Yes, Dan, we'll go back to the chime tree a little later. I just see it's kind of looking a little rainy, so I'm not trying to get stuck here in the rain. That's why I'm trying to go over to where I get some coffee. Beats by Dre. Yes. Yeah, it's wonderful, right? So you guys see it's wonderful right there, but you can see where it kind of right there where the sun is, and then you go that way, and then oops, and it's all fucked up over here. We're gonna walk into where it's fucked. That's pretty much what my life is in general. Is that find somewhere where it's fucked up and walk in there. It's like whenever dogs are fighting, Meatwad would immediately run to the dog fight and just start playing. I'm like, what's up? You guys fighting for real? It's kind of my attitude. So if there's darkness and mystery, let's walk into it and find out what's up. Let's walk over here. What's up, guy? I hear some drums. Anybody hear that? I don't know if that's somebody's car, because usually they got a drum circle around here. Not right here, but a couple blocks another direction. Do drum circles and shit. Probably not as awesome as Jay Marley's drum circles in. You probably can't hear me. Jay Marley's drum circles in Sarasota. I've only heard of those. I've seen a couple like videos. I've never been to any, because well, I've only been to Florida a few times. I've driven through a few times, stopped there a couple times, and I never got the you know people say like Florida's like the giant diaper full of wet shit. Like I never got that vibe. I mean, I don't know. I guess I never hung out long enough. I dated a chick that lived in Florida, but then again, she didn't really live there. She worked for the airline, so she kind of had like many spots. So I guess, yeah, I don't know. So Florida, all in all, I give it a 7. I wasn't unimpressed with it like most people are. And here, let's walk by this old Tatarian building. You guys want to see this? Let's check this bitch out. This is it's called Noma. It's check this shit out. This is the in-city park. It's apparently where they keep all the nice artwork. But yeah, you can tell this shit is not new, to say the least. Dangerous out here. Yeah, there it is, man. I've never been in there. It's the art museum, but I have been to the sculpture garden right behind here, and it is starting to rain. So you guys, if it does start raining hard, even though, you know what, it just seems like a summer shower, so it's gonna rain for like 5 minutes. If it rains hard enough where it's gonna fuck up my phone, I will just I'll jump off of here and I'll be under a awning in about 4 minutes. So if I do shut this off because of rain, I'll be right back. I'm almost to where I need to be. Let's see if the sculpture garden is open. I took you guys on a tour of this, I don't know, last year sometime. No, it's not open because apparently, I guess people are gonna die if they go and look at artwork. They're gonna get sick. They're gonna get the crow bird flu, and they're gonna oh god, oh fuck, I'm dead. Ugh. Oh wait, oh shit. Oh wait, it might be open. It might be open to select individuals. It says exit, but oh, they make you pay right now. Oh, you can get in. Okay, I don't know. Oh, they charging you right now? See, they used to not charge you. Unless I just walked in, I don't fucking know. $5 to go in there? Fuck that. Sorry guys, I'm not paying for. And hey, if somebody wants to see this garden, if you guys can come up with $5, I'll walk in there and walk around the whole garden with you guys. So it's up to you. Everybody here, you know how to donate to me. If you do it, I'll come back here and walk through the whole garden. I'll give you until my battery expires. I'll give you like an hour and a half or something. And I'll show you all the cool artwork. Or you could just search through my 1,800 videos and try to find the one that I walk through it. Which could be fun in its own, but yeah, if you come up with $5 for me, I'll walk through here. But for now, what I need is a coffee. I need those essentials of life. I need a coffee and a blowjob. That's about it. There you go. I mean, what else do you really need in life? Yeah. Okay, you're gonna have to put up with me for 2 minutes ordering from this place. This is Cafe Du Monde. I mean, it's Cafe of the World. This used to be something else, and they just bought it last year. It used to be another coffee shop, so they just changed, beignets and coffee. Beignets, fucking donuts and coffee. Let's go get this shit. They got fancy with this here. Look at, for social awkwardnesses, they got the coffee things on the floor, so people know how far they should be from So welcome, check it out, huh?
3 orders of beignets, 4 hot chocolate, and a cup of ice.
Give me a moment, people. You guys order it? Yeah. Sure. What's up, y'all? Let me get a large frozen cafe au lait.
A large frozen cafe au lait?
Yeah.
Anything else?
That will take care of it.
Right, it's gonna be $7.66.
You can throw that change in the dollar in there.
Thank you,
baby.
Thank you.
Of course.
Coming right up.
Okay, we're back. Almost got my required beverages.
Coming, baby.
Yeah, take your time. Thank you, darling. A beautiful day. All right. Pass out this bitch. Oh, you want to go to this little island over here? Maybe. I think there's some seating over here. I can sit down somewhere. A desolate little island. I don't know that anybody that's coming have taken to this island. It's fuck palace over here. Let's see if we can get over here. Oh, it's on the other side. Let's see. You go. This is where I think this is where the junkies go and procreate. the houseless junkies, smoking all that meth, fucking on the island, and then afterwards they give birth in this little they get married and give birth in this little chapel over here. Oh Christ, it's too early for this kind of humor already, isn't it? Well, then again, I don't know what time it is for you, but we could do a blue fucking comedy hour at 11 o'clock. But here's the little. This used to be something. See, check it out here. It's called the Colombier de Carol. Okay, we might have to go back inside because it is starting to get a little wet, and I don't want to fuck my phone up. So yeah, so this is usually open. Oh, I could bust this bitch open, can I? Let's see in here. Oh, yeah. If I didn't have my drinks in my hand, I could open that right now. But yeah, there used to be a little stage over here. I don't know what this is. I have no idea what this is all about. It's like a little. Hey, let's sit under the tree, because that way, if lightning hits it. What up, Crow? If lightning hits, it'll hit the tree, not me. I got my shoes off, so it won't hurt me. What up, Crow? So welcome to this little. This is a tiny island. Hey, we'll call it a hippie island for hippie over here. Check it out. This is just a little. It's about as big as it is, man. Goes right over there. Yeah, that's all there is to it. So what's up, everybody? How we all doing? What's up, Divine Hazel? What's up, PV Player? Mayan, call her. It's an emergency. Is that like code word for you need dick, or is that if you're having an actual emergency? I do apologize for turning it into a sexual humor about you requiring a cock for your mouth. I was talking about the birds. What's up, Danny? Yeah, they might make me do nothing. There's only a few places that will like really do something about it and require it, and I tend not to go to those places. There's some places where like I need to go, and I'll go like this. I'll just kind of go like, okay, I got my mind, As long as to most people you look like you're making an effort, they don't really give a fuck. But there is that general. Depends on the place. Depends on the place, really. What's up, Joey? What's up, Wisdom Reigns? What you doing? Preach to us? Do you want me to get on the stage and do it? Here, we could pretend. Here, let's see if it works out. You want to sit in the first row? And you can watch Zen. Would that be? That would be kind of funny, huh? If I got over here, and what could you see? Could you see me? I don't know. I was not classically trained in standing on stage, that, you know, acting and all that shit. I don't know that I could. I didn't know that I'd be that good at it. I think in one sense, well, I don't think I'd buckle under the whole, like, everybody's staring at you, like, motherfuckers stare at me all day anyways. At least now I can go, are you fucking staring at me right now? Are you looking at me? At least I know the answer to the question. Where most of the time it's people try to, like, they kind of look real hard or take a picture or whatever, and I'm like, are you fucking looking at me? How dare you? How dare you look at me? I didn't say you could look at me. Divert your eyes. Divert your eyes. Do not. Don't make eye contact. Sing to you, Divine. You know I cannot sing. There's a few notes, a few songs that I can hit a couple verses because I know it that well, and I've trained my voice in that. But no, not. That's not for me. Not for me. Not now. Uh-oh. Oh, look at this guy. See him right there? What up, y'all? There he is. What up, boy? What you doing? Uh-oh, I might have to get under that thing. Man, it sucks because I got this coffee because I got this really nice-ass cigar. I don't know why it's an ass cigar, but it's nice. All right, we might have to go under this thing right now. Okay, come join me. Let's go do this, and I'll fucking blaze this shit up. Can't do any preaching right now. It's fucking moister than an oyster out here. Ooh, ooh, it's so moist. I'm retarded, I know this. Okay, we're almost there to the promised land. Okay, get in here, hoes. Let's go get in here. Oh yes. Fuck, there we go. Okay, what up? Okay, you hoes. Oops. What in the fuck? There it is. That's what you get. Here. Let's go. Let's go settle down. Okay. Welcome. So what should we talk about? What are you into, y'all? Gary Baxter? What are we doing? What are we doing? The stork, I don't know what those are called. I forget what they're called. Stork-like, but they're not. They're little, some of them are pointy. They very pecky. They're little chicken heads. Well, fuck it. What's up, Jester Bear? What are you doing? Jester Bear, are you Canna Bear? Or are you somebody new? Or do I know you? Do I know you? Introduce yourself. Who are you? What are you doing here? Let's see what we got here. Alright. Let's see what we got here today. If anybody's into cigars. This is a very good label here. Romeo Imperlado. You said, yes, I'm aware of you. Yes, I'm aware that things exist. I don't necessarily that. Okay, warm day, huh? What's good in your world? Because I was going to talk about the chime trees, but because I'm not under them, I don't feel the mood to. And I don't feel like talking about what everybody else is talking about, because that shit is too obvious. the hoaxy folksy shit, this nonsense, all of this shit. I've already covered it so many times. If people don't get it yet, they ain't gonna ever get it. We could talk about a video that your boy Martin Kenny just made a couple weeks ago. It was a really high quality video. There was one thing that I fully disagreed with him about, but the rest of the video I highly, highly suggest it. It's called, it was on a couple different people's channels under different names, so I don't remember. Just look at his newest one. I think it's like 2 weeks ago. Maybe it's not his newest, but 2 weeks ago. Highly suggest the video. Just dismiss what he says about vaccines. Just leave that alone. Don't get into that. Everything else he says is almost 100% on point. That's a little, he might be right, but I don't think he is. There's a lot of reasons for that, but I will address that fully at a later time. But again, go check out the video. It's really well done. It's a lot of things that I've talked about before, and he really condenses it. Energy fields, frequencies, and things. And it's very funny that he talks about the frequency of 432 and then between 400 and 500 and where the leveling off is. It's very interesting to me that I have that inked on my arm from years ago, which is 528, which is the next octave up from 432. It's like you play with 432, you play 528. 528 is middle C. It's the perfect balance of nature. It's the harmonic of the color green, of the smell of mint, these kind of things. It's the middle C on the piano. Very interesting because he talks about 500 being like from when you express your DNA becomes, you express dormant aspects of the DNA, telekinesis and things like this. So it's very interesting stuff. And he does a really good job of explaining the people that are in this love and light shit that don't have darkness. He does a good job. Like he does it in a much more pleasurable way than I would. Or I'll just be like, nah, how I talk. But he does it in a very like people that are on that like raw food shit. And he's like, well, that's great, but you're at one end of the spectrum. If you don't have the other, you got to fill in gaps with different kind of sounds and frequencies. It's like having an orchestra. If you're missing a couple tones in there, you might as well not play it. Yeah. Yeah, Stan, there you go. I think that's the. He didn't explain it in that direction, but he did get into the different frequencies and ideas of energies that you're around. And if you're not complete, you can't upgrade. You have to have all of the systems. You're not gonna try to play the piano if you're missing a key. It doesn't make any sense. So a lot of people that have had different energies in their body, different, you could eat them, you could smoke them, you could snort them, you could hear them, you could see them, you could interact with them as other people. But if you haven't had those kind of experiences, then you can't just go to the next octave. It doesn't work. You're missing one aspect. So that's why people tend to get into cults or groups. And those cults and groups will fill in blanks for you. So as a collective, as a cohesive unit, you can be upgraded, a level or two. But as an individual, can you be a priestcraft? And the priestcraft has to have all of the frequencies held within, so that way they can ground out any frequency. It doesn't matter where anybody else might be missing some, so they're not gonna. It's like John Shalmanic's been doing a lot of talks on the different animal poses, which is very much in tune with sounds and these postures and poses. That if you don't have the whole litany of them, and there's certain styles that you can't deal with. There's certain energies you can't deal with. So those animals posing in postures, if you get into like Ido Portal and how he functions. What's up, buddy? Well, thank you, Gary. Thank you. Yeah. Owen's he's a funny dude. I like him. I never met him, but he seems like a cool cat. He's got that warrior spirit. Like he knew what he knew, but he was still open enough to like. I mean, that's what comedy is, man. It's being able to take a different. See, this is even into. This is the judo of language, the judo of comedy. If you're a black belt judo of comedy, it means you can take any situation and turn it into something funny. You can turn it because you understand it, and by being able to alter your position, are you taking on the spirit of the crow, the spirit of the elephant, the spirit of a gorilla, the spirit of whatever it is. All of those things, those all equal an energetic system, which is actually, you could put a color with it, you could put a sound with it, you could put a smell with it, and all of those things are linked up. And when you can do that, you're priestcraft. You know, this is why these students all wear orange, and they go and see their guru, their master, and they want to attain all of those levels, and so they give them the orange, to begin with, and it's like a belting situation. Like, you know, you get your white belt, you get your yellow belt, you get your purple belt, you go through the colors, and isn't it odd that the highest form of belts is black? The last two that you get are red and then black, root, and then emptiness. So it's very interesting. You start with white, which is top chakra, then you go to root and emptiness. So there are multiple forms of way to accomplish it. You can be all over the map. You can learn to sing first, and then all of a sudden learn to fight, and then learn to think. You could do it in any direction. It's just a matter of accomplishing, getting each one of those things within you, whatever it is. Whatever it's like learning to cook, learning to clean, learning to. It was a poem, I think, it might have been Whitman. No, it wasn't Whitman. He said a man should not be confined to one profession alone, but be able to, cook, clean, con a ship, change a diaper, start a garden. You should be multifaceted in your being, and that's what most people they want to become professionals at things, and there's not one thing you can actually become a professional at, especially in the arts. You cannot perfect the art of painting. It's a never-ending thing. It's a never-ending study of playing instruments. It's a never-ending study of even playing sports. You can never be perfect at it. You can be really, 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 really like above grade, but you just get to a certain point and you're good enough. You're adequate at everything, and that's, I think, what people need to focus on. Yeah, Gary, he pushed the threshold and didn't like the other side, so he retained his humanity. Yeah. And then he dug through it and he said, you know what, this I was wrong. And that takes a bigger man to say they were wrong about anything, to stand his ground for something that is wrong. Simpletons will keep their morons will keep their position no matter what. Trolls and morons will keep their position no matter what, because they don't want to look stupid, even though they do look stupid. They don't want to look stupid to the masses. If more than the popular opinion is that you're right or you're wrong, that's what they stick with. It could be 51-49. If they're on the 51% side, they'll stick with it. Now, if that ever flips, they're just gonna. Oh, I never knew that. I don't know. They don't want to be embarrassed. The top belts are chartreuse and neon pink and sandpan. I love it. That's fabulous. Yeah, man. I mean, Jack is what? What's Jack reference to? I mean, you get blackjack, you get 21, you win. The Jack of all trades. Jack Black, right? There's a reason for these things. Yeah, the Jack. Way fab. Fuck the bullshit. Let me see how this rain is looking right now. Is it even raining? No, it's still raining. Well, let's take a different disposition here. That might work. All right. You guys can still hear me? It's gonna be done raining any second now. This right here is that Jimmy Jam. It's frozen cafe au lait. Frozen cafe au lait on a hot day was ago. Cannot beat it. One of the best things in the world. The Cubano. It is not, Gary. It is not Cuban. It is I don't know where this is sourced from. I don't know where the tobacco is sourced from. I don't know what Romeo is. Yeah. I want to go sit right there because you got a nice little tree there, and then I got a little pathway, and we go see Grandpa Tree today. You guys want to go see Grandpa Tree? Remember, does everybody here know Grandpa Tree? It's the I think it's called the McDonough tree. It's like 800 years old. It's like one of the old trees that was somehow left before they destroyed everything, and they left a few trees and a few buildings around. Yeah, Honduran or Nicaraguan. I'm gonna go with Honduran. I'm feeling Honduran on this because I mean sometimes some of these places they do blends and some are shipped in, you know, but some are like just grown on site, right? It's Honduras. Yeah. What's up, Matthew? What's up, Matthew James Maxwell? Just smoking, about to go. Yeah, we're gonna go Grandpa Tree as soon as it stops raining. See, it's still raining a little bit, but you see where we were was right there, and the sky was fucked up over here, but now it's moving, so it all goes that way. So we should be good any minute here. I don't feel like getting a wet ass quite yet, but we will go over to Grandpa Tree in about a minute or two. Give me 5 minutes before we go see Grandpa. So what else? See, like that's it only looks like it's raining. It's so funny. It only looks like it's raining right there. Everywhere else, it doesn't look like it's raining. These people are leaving. Let's see. It's like sprinkling. I don't think it's gonna be wet under the tree, but I wanted to go over to the there's some swings, some park benches. They're kind of cozy. We'll see. Fantastical. Put up John Shamanic. What's she doing? Yeah, let's do this. I don't like doing this because I feel like you guys gotta look up at me, and I feel like that's very inconsiderate. Like I'd like to be on the same level as people. Okay. Somebody do some shamanic work. Hey John, do some shamanic work and make it stop raining in New Orleans. It's only sprinkling right now. It's not gonna bother me too much, but hey Danny, I'm not following you. You said you got Tahoe, Dream, and the Black. You're like a Black and Mild. You look like you still smoke Black and Milds though. I don't even know what a Tahoe Dream is, or is that What's up, Dingle Bear? Oh, that's how you changed it to Dingle Bear. That's right. That was funny. Back in Baltimore, one of my buddies, his band's name was Dingleberry Dynasty. No shit. Yeah. Oh, you take the rain. You can have it. Oh, there's the sun coming out. Maybe we'll get a rainbow out here. Clouds have passed. It's just sprinkling this way right now. But Danny, you got to answer me on that. What do you mean you got a Tahoe Dream in the black? I don't know what that means. Hey, and Jay Marley, yeah, of course. This is fucking fantastic. What I've noticed is that there's three kinds of labels that you look for. If it's a white label on something, it's almost always going to be good. I mean, think about it, like Ashton. Any white label cigar is fucking dope. I don't think any cheap cigar is allowed to put a white label on it. They got to put something weird and fancy and like, you know, try to be like, oh, we're diesel, like diesel cigars. I don't like them. But yeah, this is fucking decent, wild decent, or mad decent depending on where you're from. Well, I didn't. This is there you go. It's a Romeo and Juliet Pirlato. I've had a few of these. I bought a 5-pack of them. They're pretty decent. They're as good as anything else that they do. Okay, let's. I think we can. Okay, let's go head out there. Go see what we find. How's that, brother? Let's see. I guess we can go right to the tree, or we could sit here. Go across. Let's go see Grandpa Tree. Go see what we find. The bridge. Look at the little cute little bridge to Terra Bithida. All right. A little swampy shit. Uh-oh. They've put a picnic table out here, which is nice. Let's go over here. Let's go get... You guys want to see? You want to see Grandpa Tree? Okay, look at how big this fucking thing is right here. This is one of the cousins, like younger cousins of the Grandpa Tree. This is probably like 500 years old, I guess. Maybe 6. Right here's you gotta cross 8 Mile. Gotta cross 8 Mile. But there's Grandpa Tree right over there. Here. And then I'll show you the one that I think is the same age. I think there was probably 2 trees here, and it's right next door to this. So all of that shit right there, it's all part of him. Kind of. My favorite spot is right there, which you're looking at right there, and put a hammock between there. And here is a tree I've sat at and done a lot of talks from. Can you see that? The McDonough oak. It said apparently McDonough gave this park away in 1854, which is right around the time of the mud floods, apparently, or whatever happened, or the last reset of plasma. I don't know that he did. I don't think you can claim land like that to be yours. But yeah, this is that big motherfucker. See, that's so big. They gotta put these poles in to hold his arms up, which I'm not necessarily for or against. Oh, look at this little dry patch. Let's go here. Oh, good little fucking wet ass. Oh hey, don't crawl near me, bro. Hey. Guy, hold on. Maybe you know, it suck. Sometimes you sit down on a tree and you're like, did I sit down on a family of beetles? Okay. All right. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's not looking good. Might have to find another spot here. Okay, you guys get me like this for a second. You guys can look up my nose. How's that? Hug it, hug it, hug it. I'm gonna pat on him for a second, but I definitely, of course, I always chatted up with the guy. So you can, I'm gonna take my shoes off, and you can talk to the tree. You can talk to the tree through me. That's kind of how it works. It's opening. It's like channeling information. You think I'm joking, don't you? I can't ever let on that I know what I'm doing. It wouldn't work right. I have to act like I don't. I have to act like a goof. Or I really don't. Pack a ball, yeah. Yes, in Corona, I've been moving, man. I just moved, and so now I live next to this. I live right here. This is like my front yard, I was saying. And yesterday was my last day of moving. I had to grab a couple last things and clean up my old place. Yeah, it's fucking. I was just like when I'm not in that mental space to do shit like talk. I'm just like in moving mode and putting my house in order and whatever. Have I found the tree that leads to the other realms? Well, I would assume this one and the one right over here. I don't know if you can see it right. It's right through there. It's about the same size as this, but I think this is probably the birthing tree of all the rest of them. Yeah, we'll go see that one in a second. There's just something a little, because there's a plaque there. I don't know. They're roughly the same size. There's something better about the seating here, like the way where you can sit on this tree. Oh yeah, Oscar Blues. Oscar Blues is good stuff. Yeah. Sorry, as always, I wish I could back the camera off of my fucking giant head right now, even though I don't have a very big head at all. It's just I gotta hold this so I can see what you guys are saying. What's up, Juniper? What's up, Joey? Oh, Gary, yeah, I do. I live right next to the park now. I got a place where rent went down, electricity's included, and there's a couple upgrades. The only thing I don't have is a hot tub. I still have a pool. I have a free kayak rental, so I can take a kayak out in the bayou. So that's pretty dope. This is my front yard. Walkable distance to the new area, you know. So that's cool. Yeah, and it seems like a pretty cool community of people. It's a really big apartment complex. People from all walks of life. We good? I mean, there is like, we're good. There's no good right now because she's pregnant, and so everything is a fucking, like, I'm already a difficult human being to deal with. Whether I think I'm pretty delightful. On the other hand, somebody that's known me for 18 years, their attitude, you know, often changes towards, like, somebody for long enough. Things that piss you off, just multiply that by 10 because of she lives somewhere else. She doesn't get to hang out with me as much. She's pregnant with somebody's baby. She's there's the whole shit that's going on with the fucking fake hoax bullshit. There's that, and then there's just like, I just moved, so that's like a stress on her too, like, and just the general extra amounts of the chemicals because you're pregnant that she's like. Yeah, we ended up in some sort of fucking tussle, some fight almost every time I see her. Yeah, not for the whole time. I mean, it's usually pretty delightful, but just I mean, is it good? As good as it could be, I suppose. Yeah. Climb this tree, Danny. I don't know that you'd be able to climb it. And the only reason I say that is because I've seen one person climb it, and they were like a lanky dude, and they were athletic. They were like 6 foot plus and athletic. I don't know where you'd get up. I don't know where you'd get to the first branch. Like, I'll walk around it with you. I mean, you can look, but I probably couldn't climb this. And I'm not saying you're not a better climber, but there's no low branches. The only way really to get up this thing, like, you can't just climb it there. You have to start down here. Like, the move is you, like, okay, you start there, and you see this? So you start there, and you jump up over here. So then you're on this, and then you've got to work your way up here. You see this? And then there's a spot right here where you have no ropes. So if you can go no rope along that little thing, then you still got to slide down that. See where we are? You slide just to get to the middle. It's a very tough climb. And then you got to get down, and you do not want to go back the way you came, because you got to make a jump. It's a pretty difficult tree. I mean, you could try to figure this out over here, but see, this is steeper here. You got things to hang on to, but it's way steeper. So that's the only decent way up, and it was a dude that like does like, he's like a circus dude. He's like acrobatics and shit. He took like, so not saying you can, I'm just saying it would be I would say you'd have to get some ropes just in case. Oh, there are a couple in this one for sure. Yeah, I haven't kayaked in a while. I used to kayak around the sound side of North Carolina when I lived on the beach there, Kill Devil Hills. People who have known me the longest are in the past. Sin Corona. Ah, yes. It's a good way of looking at it. I don't know. There's a few people that I don't fuck with no more, but all in all, like anybody that maybe I've went from friends with people to deactivating from friendship to acquaintances, because like, oh, you thought you knew somebody to a degree, and then you're like, oh, I guess not, you know. Yeah, I have thousands and thousands of acquaintances. I don't know. You know, at this stage, I think at most stages in your life, you should have 3 friends. You know, that's seems like all that anyone could really handle. People that say they got lots of friends, I'm like, then you're not really friends with them. You don't have enough time in the day to devote energy to yourself. So you should be your best friend. You should be your best friend, period. And then, you know, you have like things that are outside of you that are, you know, accoutrement that could be your best friends. But yeah, you don't have enough time in the day. How could you? You get a ticket if you climb it? No, not here. No, you can do. We're in New Orleans, dude. You don't get tickets for shit. The only way you're getting a ticket for something, you can drive without a license plate. You can smoke weed. These are both pretty much illegal, but you can do these things, and the cops don't, unless you're fucking trying to murder somebody, rob somebody, or do something completely off the fucking wall, or being a drunk asshole in the you know, on Bourbon Street. They're spending most of the time fucking with like just picking up people off of Bourbon Street and like, okay, this is commerce for this city. We'll just throw you in the tank for the night, pay your fucking $300 fine, have a fun day tomorrow. Just don't get too drunk and do something stupid tomorrow. That's it. I mean, they're dealing with commerce. They know what their job is. So they don't really fuck with locals, and there's no you can. There's no signs that say you can't. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to. People are always up in the trees and putting hammocks and shit up. So no. Danny, it is doable, but you better be willing to fall from 10 feet. That's all. If you can handle a fall from 10 feet, you're good. But if you can't, it's tough. I think once you get past that first level to the middle of the tree, there's a nice little spot. If you can get in there, you could sleep in there. bring yourself a little pillow. You'd be fun. That would be cozy right up there, right up. Oh shit! Just as I point up there, it rains on me. Yeah. You could do it barefoot. Yeah. Good luck. I'd like to see you try. The J Marley life, the paddleboarding. I've never done the paddleboarding, the stand-up paddleboarding. It just, for me, it was kind of like, nah, fuck it. If I'm gonna be out here doing this shit, let me just get a kayak. Let me sit the fuck down. Besides, if I'm gonna be out there like that, might as well, you know, sit down and drink beers. I don't feel like standing up and having to dealing with tippy toppy. A boat goes by, and fuck that. Let me sit down. Hey, I mean, Danny, if you crazy, I mean, I've seen you showed me some pictures of you doing some crazy shit, climbing things. You showed me some videos years ago. Yeah, it's so funny. I was just thinking about, I have some really fat, thick ass copper bracelets that cost, even on the streets, you know, cost me $50. And that was like less than what they're charging, like, you know, that's local discount. So I got like fat ass, like 2-inch, and like, I don't even know how thick, you can't even bend them. And then I got a couple pieces of quartz about that big, about the size of it. And I'm thinking about and I got some different kind of magnets. I'm thinking about making a bracelet from the copper, the magnets, and the crystals. I mean, as soon as I get my house in order, I'm gonna have it set up so I can actually fuck with a little. I got a little extra space that I can kind of devote to that kind of work. Do you still use copper mesh on your air duct returns? I just moved, so I will be doing that. I have it. I have my air cleaner. I have my air filter in my room. It has like the electric ionizer that pulls all it's static, like pulls all the dirt and whatever shit to it. And then I put the copper mesh on the front before the filter system, and it seems to have done quite a bit. At least at my old place, I just cleaned it and it was a fucking mess. So it definitely was cleaning the air pretty well. So whenever the windows and shit are closed, you gotta filter the air somehow. Between a fan and that, it was, yeah. But it's a good idea, definitely. Oh, is that looking for some of you? Oh, you're looking for them. Oh, okay, I read that wrong. Juniverse, you're saying you want to find those. Let me see what I can do. I'll try to go through my videos, because sometimes I can look at the title and, you know, blast off and recall what I talked about during it. And if I watch the first few seconds, I can usually figure out what the fuck I talked about. But there should be some in the earlier, within the first, look around December, January, February of the beginning year of my videos. And I'm right around the time that I was doing all of this stuff on the use of crystals and things in King's headgear, and why coins were made out of noble metals and shit. There'll be a whole like month of videos that are all around that same kind of topic, and you'll find it in there. Once you find one of them, just look in that month, and you'll see the little pictures of that I have as the front screen. That's most of them. I have the video I made was walking through and adding pictures and shit. Look for those ones. You should be able to find. I think it was, you know, December, January, February of like what, 2 or 3 years ago. 3 years ago. Yeah. Hey, Juniverse, does Drizzly deliver to my new pad? I'm pretty sure they do. And yeah. Fucking, yeah, well, thank you. We'll hook that up for sure. Yeah, my old place, I lost a bunch of things, dude. I lost a bunch of things. Because right during this whole, like, bullshit, blah, 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 they started delivering packages different. So instead of delivering them to the mailroom, which doesn't make any sense, they wouldn't, they're supposed to deliver them to your apartment door. But some of the people, some of the whether it's UPS or FedEx or UPS, PS or whatever the fuck, or is the postal service or any one of the delivery services, they would put them downstairs next to your mailbox, which they would just put it on the floor there, and anybody could grab it. I'm not saying people are thieves, but it definitely, some shit of mine definitely could have got stolen. I've lost a few $100s in gifts. And it says it's signed for, but I'm like, how could anybody sign for it? The office wasn't open. I didn't. This happened to me 3 times. And there's no, like, what is that? It's fucking stupid. Yeah, but this place I live, it can't happen at. It's all inclusive. It's all at one. Yeah. RJ, what are my personal experiences with crystals and stones? I mean, tons of them. I mean, what do you, in what regard? Like, using them as energy conductors, as balancers for my system, like just to calm my being. I'll have certain crystals in my pocket. I'll walk down the street and I'll look at someone and be like, "Hey, I think you need this," and they're like, "Oh my God, that is exactly." I've had this happen to me 5 or 6 times, where I just look at somebody, "Oh, I think you need this," and sometimes I'm joking, sometimes I'm just drunk and being jovial, and other times I'm dead serious. One time I had this girl this purple amethyst. She goes, "How the fuck did you?" I just lost mine 2 days ago, and I was gonna go get one, and she was just working at a gas station. I was like, "I think you need this," and I just pulled out a crystal I had in my pocket, and she's like, "How the fuck did you know I needed a purple amethyst?" I was like, and the other times I had like tiger's eye, and a lot of people, I don't think most people know what a tiger's eye look like. And 2 times, somebody goes, "Tiger's eye, how the fuck did you know? This is my birthstone." I was like, "It's mine too." Like, weird shit like that happens. I've always had crystals around me. I've studied them. I have the books. It's kind of the same with astrology for me. I very much know how it all works. I just don't necessarily apply it as a proper like I know how to organize it together. I know how fields of energy work. I know how to do it. I just don't necessarily use it directly all the time, because I think it's kind of like, it's too much of a cheat code. I'd rather just do it organically, like, "Hey, this is fun. Let's just see if this works." It's kind of like card tricks. I don't really know card tricks, but I'll just say, I'm like, "Hey, I'm gonna see if we can figure out a card pop out here." And it just happens more than it should. And so, like, there's kind of just throwing around energy, amplifying energy, magnifying different parts of your body, whether it's whatever your chakras are, or healing something. Yeah, I mean, I've worked with all of that. I work with the healing modalities, sounds and crystals and oils and things, and massage. I do all that. And if I have to specifically, I can throw some acupuncture needles in you. I know all this. Not a lot of people want to go through the whole system. It's like, either you're doing the whole thing, we're sitting you down and you're getting the right oils, we're putting the needles in, I'm doing some acupressure points, we're doing a bunch of, here's some healing sounds, here's some tones. Like, it's a whole system. But if people aren't going to get into it that way, it's kind of like, I just kind of walk around with crystals around me. I gotta do it like, here, just make it simple. I just do it out of like, oh, it feels like I should do this today. I don't really make when I was saying astrology, I could read an astrology chart, and I could look at the sky and say, okay, it's a full moon, and okay, these planets are triangulating, I want to amplify this. I could do all of that. But that just kind of ruins the fun of opening a gift. If I got a surprise gift from somebody, that's great. But if I know that I'm getting one and I know what it is, doesn't it kind of ruin it? And that's what I think a lot of, when you get to become like master level, I think you kind of ruin part of the joy of the journey, right? If that makes sense. Send Corona, I like that, man. Hey, Junipers. So you're saying they fucked up? So with yours, they fucked up. If they fucked up and if you got your money back, that's awesome. Hope you did. So maybe it didn't happen on my side, but I know that some other people had sent me things that just didn't show. But it was during a time when the office was supposed to sign for it, but then it was supposed to go in the mailroom, and then some things got backed up, and then some things got pushed in to my mailbox, and then some things were on the floor in front of my mailbox, and I've lost a few things. Yeah. Your mail lady stole it and then ordered you a cheap one. How's the dream realm? I've been off and on because of the move. Like, I'm getting better sleep because I have my old bed back, which is it's just always been my favorite thing. I had this king size bed, but it was just the mattress was too firm. And I have this old futon, kakibutan, Chinese bed setup that was in storage that I was able to get out because my new house wouldn't fit a king size. But it works out because it's so much more comfortable. But so I've been in and out of the dream realm a little bit. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, if you could have all the goodies and everything right now, if you just won the lottery, bought everything you wanted, the rest of your life would start to become a little bit fucking boring. Like the what you could obtain and what you could, look at this new thing, and those kind of little like happy little things, those, what's your boy's name? Happy little surprises. You wouldn't get those because you would have access to everything. It's like, I know I could have access to everything I wanted right now, in any way, and that's why I don't use magic too often. That's why I don't do certain things. Because I know the power of it, and it would just eliminate. It would be too much of going back to like fifth dimensional God realm shit, where you just go, think this, meditate, focus, get 3 people, and then you can produce something. Like, okay, I get it, but if you know you're gonna win every card, if you know if you're gonna win every game, win every card hand, it's gonna get fucking boring. So I kind of mix it up mostly with keeping it like, I don't know, and then if I really need to make something happen, it's like, all right, fuck it. Gonna have to do a little magic work here. But because energy is always in flux, there is, in some way, always energy is borrowed. Well, it's not, it's transmutative and it's transforming and it goes through you and out here. So there's always, don't take it in the wrong way, but a payment for getting something. There's payment. See, in this world, we use what is called Caesar's money, the physical object to get something. But there is a certain energy that you need to. When you think about the Illuminati, they always say, oh, you got to have, somebody in the family needs to die for you to become rich and famous. That's not true. That's the way they make it sound. So no one wants to kill their mother. That wants to kill their father. That's all just fucking for show. What it means is there's an expression of energy in some way, of something that you need to exert, to use, to obtain whatever it is that you want physically. So you have to use something from Jesus realm, from imagination realm, and you have to use energy in your body and store it up, charge, and blah blah, and you discharge it out into the world. It's much like finance. It's the same thing. They're just using a completely physical based system, physical and digital realm on a computer, versus you as an organic system, like a tree. The system is like, what is it giving up? It's giving up oxygen to get back what it wants to grow bigger. So for it to get all of the carbon dioxide, to suck it up, to become the tree, and to become like a silica dioxide or a carbon dioxide base, is a carbon-based system, right? So the older trees are silica-based systems, but that's, I don't go into that whole talk. But the point is there's always an expression of energy to get energy in return. It's sometimes the system is pay it forward and it becomes a bigger loop. It becomes a bigger auric field. Sometimes it's a small circle. Like if you're making love to a woman, it's a small circle of energy, very dense. But if you give somebody needs a couple bucks and they ain't got it, you give it to them. Well, someday they'll give somebody else the money, and that big loop becomes bigger. It's like you make a circle, and then you square the circle, and then the circle that you've made can actually, if you hand something outside of the square, it becomes a bigger circle. So then you circle the square, and that's the squaring in the circle and circling in the square, and it becomes a protected and expressive part of energy. And that system is by you give energy and receive energy. It's the same thing. It's just flux. So this is why you don't stagnate waters. This is why you don't hold on to money. This is why you don't be a miser. It's always having the expectation that like everything's yours and you'll get it when you need it and if you want it. Especially if you want it, you can have it. But then if you give something out, it's easier to keep that thing moving. You don't want stagnant waters. You want to keep the water fresh, and it cleans it. Cleans money. It's laundering money. It's laundering your energy. There it is. If you smoke weed, you don't remember your dreams. Sin. See, I don't have that problem. My dreams are. There's so many things that go into it. Sometimes I remember my dreams if I'm really drunk. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes if I smoke weed, I don't remember shit. Sometimes I fucking I'm there. I'm on that kind of lucid. Sometimes fasting helps. Sometimes if there's no moon and there's an empty moon, I'm not going to remember shit. Sometimes if I've got a good sun charge from being out all day, there's so many little things that go into, remembering your dreams. A lot of it is really how hydrated you are, and then how focused you are, and then how tired you are. If you've hydrated your body, if you've hydrated your mind and exhausted your body, and the moon is full, and you're on a fast, you're probably going to remember your dreams. Put it that way. The crooks use the pandemic to... Hey, Junipers, I was saying this earlier. Watch, what's his name again? I said his name earlier. Martin Kenny's. Watch Martin Kenny's new one. I think it's 2 weeks ago. And excuse what he says about the vaccines. Just eliminate what he says. I think he's very wrong about that. The rest of it, I would say, I would give 96%. He's almost perfect right on. I've talked about a lot of things he talks about. Maybe not in the exact same direction, but actually a good portion of it is videos that I did on astrology probably 3 years ago. And he's reintroducing that in a little different way about expressing yourself in the dual sign way. If anybody watches the video and anybody's watched my early stuff, you'll right away notice exactly what he's saying if you've watched my early stuff. But if you just dismiss what he says about Gates and what he says about how the vaccines are a good idea for certain people, yeah, but other than that, it's fucking magical. I mean, he's done so much good work. The only things that I disagree with him about are the vaccine thing, and he really like goes heavy duty on the veganism bullshit. But other than that, you go straight to Delta. That's why. Okay, so you're into body healing mode. Well, Sin, if you don't have anything really to deal with healing your body, if you can get just above Delta slightly, you might want to add just a little bit of caffeine to keep your mind awake. Just a little bit of caffeine, and that might get you out of the Delta realm, keep your mind awake, and let yourself go to sleep, because the weed's gonna make you kind of sleepy anyways. Little caffeine, man, it might help. Give it a shot. Mon ami. Amici moi, mi amigo, me pal, sin corona. Oh, that's nice, Danny. Yeah, really good stuff. Yeah, really good stuff. And when you get to the end of the video, I forget which one it is. It's the one from 2 weeks ago. Some chick on there, she starts talking about something he's talking about, and does it. And she does. I guess apparently she does some videos too. I've never heard of her before, but she does a really good job of explaining something else too that he talks about, and goes deeper in depth on the Ark of the Covenant and plasma arcs and things. Pretty interesting, yeah. Yeah, RJ, I hear you. It's almost impossible to be bored. Yeah, yeah, that's for sure. There's so many places to go to. Like with the, every time you think you know something, you're like, oh, that one thing that you find out, it gives you 30 more questions, and 30 more questions give you 60 more answers, and those 60 answers give you 30 questions apiece. You're already into infinite landscapes after you've really, once you dive into any one subject, like just the idea of diving into what is a tree, then all of a sudden you by extension, by proxy, the proximity of the tree, you're gonna have to understand what oxygen really is. You're gonna have to understand what's going on with the earth, like what kind of different bacteria and organisms are living in there and how they survive. You're gonna have to ask yourself, where's the sun? You're gonna have to start to understand how the sun functions, how close it is. Why do coniferous trees grow in cold climates mostly, only slightly in the southern climates? And then you get into religion and say, well, how come they celebrate Christmas, which is based upon some religion that is basically a white man that lived in the cold, that was a shaman in the cold weather around coniferous trees and reindeer, because reindeers and Christmas trees, these coniferous trees, aren't growing in around the equator. So how are they gonna find themselves believing in that religious quality? And they wouldn't. They would use maybe go to Arizona. You find people, they can find religion in a cactus plant. Well, so maybe instead of having a shaman claus like a Jesus, they look like a Satan claus. Instead of that figure with the big red rosy cheeks and the reindeer in the front with the red nose because it was searching out the Amanita muscaria mushrooms underneath the coniferous trees. Instead of relying on that culture, they're using a different psychedelic. It's the same idea, it's just a different characters. So don't use that character, don't take on that identity of that religion, that religious sect. So it is a sect because it's a section of the world that it has the same stories the whole world over, but you can't try to have people that live in certain climates identify with certain characters. I don't see how people in Brazil can have a big statue of Jesus and celebrate Christmas, because that's not where that character is from. That's not where Santa Claus. I can't understand people even in the south of the United States ever believing in a Santa Claus. I can see why in the northern regions where it's cold and they have coniferous trees and all of the people from the Slavic regions were coming over on the actual slave ships, and the Slavic people and the northern people. I can see why they would celebrate Christmas in the northern regions, because it's cold there and they can identify with what they're finding there. But then you find places where you're gonna, the mushroom's different if it comes off a cow shit, ain't it? Now you might understand why people in India, they say holy cow and holy shit. The holy cow and the holy shit is because they have adoration for the cow, because they use the cow for its milk, for its mushrooms, and for its urine. So their god is literally Moloch. Moloch is connected to Mula, which is my moo, which is connected to the moon. There's a big connection. Cheese, money, all that energy. So their god is the king. Their god is the cow to a degree. One of them. So people need to find their proper. You turn something into you personify things, figments, things that aren't human. You personify them. You make them people-like. You give them personalized qualities, whether it's a mushroom or whether it's a stick or whether it's you could even personify to a degree what an animal is, and you turn them not into, you don't idolize, but you do turn it into somewhat of a. See, it's like Christians have no other idol. What they mean is you don't think that object there is the thing. People in India with all of these different objects that are idols, they know that each one of those is not some fucking god in and of itself. They know that thing isn't it. It gives them something to direct as a focus their energy onto. They know that thing that they're looking at, Ganesh, they know what that symbolizes. They understand the significance of the symbology behind it. They're not just going, there's some fucking God walking around with an elephant. There might be somewhere, there might have been, with like 6 arms, and but they understand the symbology and what that's referencing. But a lot of people, they can't. How can you reference that if you don't have fucking? How you gonna be from that culture if you're not seeing elephants everywhere? How could you possibly? How could you possibly understand anything about these certain kind of mushrooms if you can't find them? They weren't flying around in airships and aeroplanes and getting food and things delivered from other areas. How could they? What's up, Jimin? Orion's in your chart? So you got piss in your chart. That's so funny because me and John was talking about it all day yesterday, talking about Orion's belts and Orion and all of this. Yeah. Yeah, put your hand, grab whatever cookies you want, boy. Whatever cookies you want. So I'll give you guys like, let me see what my phone is looking like charge-wise. Hold on. Okay, I got like 30% charge left, and I have a little bit of, so I probably got like, I might be able to give you guys like half an hour. Well, it's turning out to be a beautiful day out. See, that was the kind of thunderstorm that we have here most of the time. It looks bad for a second, and then it's like 5 minutes of just rain, and then it's beautiful. In the natural habitat. Danny, why you deleting everything? What you talking about? I would delete you, Danny. You. Somebody wrench Danny. Oh yeah, I think I gave her a wrench. You can't wrench her. Yeah, I'll take you guys over to this other tree in a second here. Let me put my shoes on and I'll go show you the other tree. I knew I should have brought a book bag today. Put my shoes in. And these things would be nice. Choking me out here. Okay, say goodbye to the grandpa tree for a little bit, and we'll go see. You guys can let me know if you think these two are the oldest here, because I don't know why there isn't a plaque on this one. So check this guy out. That's mostly him right there. Got a little bit of shrubbery in front of him. Oh, there's some people over here. No? I'm gonna deal with these people. I don't feel like hanging out with them. Or are they? Yeah, oh yeah. Here, I'll show you this tree though. Come and see this awesome tree. Okay, here's this tree. Which is, let's see, here we go. It's a good angle of him. Yeah, this is a pretty wicked tree. Let me see if I can find a bench. I'll feel like bothering these people, but I could probably sit here. Here we go. Got a little knot here. This could be cool. All right. Ooh. Actually, you know what? There's a nice little setup right here. Okay. Okay, what's up? What's up? So nice. A few people here today. That's good. But yeah, I don't really need shoes. I just don't feel like leaving them here because I will forget them. This is the only pair of flip-flops I got right now. But we'll walk around along the river in a second here. Let me just finish this up and we'll take a stroll. But this tree here is pretty badass too. I think all the rest of them you can tell are much younger. This one's like, that one's 800. This one seems like probably 600 to 800, and the rest of them are about half the size of this. And it used to be. Let me think of where there's some other monstrous trees. Yeah, it's great because like right here, it's like we're in that ritzy part of the neighborhood. I live on the borderline of it's like a triangulation of one direction is city life, the other direction is park and ritzy people, and the other direction is like kind of hood life, kind of like, you know, what do you call it, Section 8 housing and shit. So what I might do, if you guys want, I'll burn down this like 20 more minutes of my phone. I'll go charge my shit, and then maybe we'll go to the French Quarter and see if we can't listen to some live music. Because my buddy, y'all know Chicago, he'll probably be playing the drum today, the djembe, and we go fuck around with him and tie a nice buzz on and fucking hang out and listen to some live music. What do you think? I'll give you like 20 more minutes here. I'll walk that way, see if we can find some more little animals to play with, and we'll as per usual, I'll find something odd to rant about. I don't know what that is yet. So wow, welcome, 25 people here. Make a brother feel good. 25 people up in this joint. And for everybody here that does, yeah, the darn neighbors. So for everybody here that has donated to me, a few of you have, fucking thank you guys. Some people just came through really big recently, and so you all know who you are. Get in that triple digit shit. Thank you. That paid for my move. That paid for like. I gave some things away and shit, and I had to pay for a little bit of help, but that was like giveaways. I gave somebody an old a giant, like a badass chair and an old bed and shit. But yeah, that paid for some beers, part of my rent. So fuck yeah, thank you guys. And for if you haven't, you all know how to donate to me. I still haven't done it yet and changed over to doing this all by all on whatever the fucking other platform is, because it just takes too much of my money and too much of your money. So I didn't want to be taking, like, you know, somebody give me $20 and I only see 12 and I'm getting taxed on it, and you guys are getting taxed on it. So if you guys continue to donate, you know how to do that. I get 100% of that. And yeah, and you all know, if you donate enough to me, if you ever want, you can always ask me for like an hour of my time or whatever free. Feel free, I will talk to you on the other side, just me and you or whatever. And so if you have any questions, like deep shit that you want specific answers to, I'm happy to answer those for you. It's easy. Just find my PayPal, or PayPal is probably the easiest, or Cash App is good too. I don't think you get taxed on Cash App, so PayPal sometimes costs people like 1% or something, but Cash App is dope. So you can always set me up there. Any donations are wonderful, and if you want to send me gifts, now I live at a place that's pretty secure, so you should be able to send me gifts here. And yeah, and obviously the thumbs up are helpful to my channel. So there you go. Jay, you got some booby milk yesterday? Jay Marty, did you get right from the source? Were you with a chick that was pregnant or something? Or did you just really have some? Yeah, Divine does look like she would bite your ass. I think she'd probably bite your ass, literally. Oh, hold up. Let me get this. There we go. Oh no. Oh no. It's getting slippery out here. Slippery Fibbits. There we go. There we go. Jay Marley, so you got it directly from the source of the breasticles? Did she milk it for you? Did you at least get a watch, or did you just like suckle on the milk of the? Breast milk, yeah. I've yet to, man. That shit. Never that. Straight from good for you, man. I almost did once. I tell you, I almost did one time, but it was my it was a buddy of mine. It was a buddy of mine's wife, and she was not as faithful as she could have been, I suppose. Yeah, she would have definitely she was like still breastfeeding. She would have definitely let me suck her tits. I did not, though. I did not. Could have. I should have in hindsight. Because we kind of stopped being friends because he assumed I was fucking his wife, but I was not. I did not. I won't say I didn't get head from her, but that wasn't my fault. I slipped. Her mouth was open, and I don't know. It was a weird. Oh, fucking amazing. And a man never suckles. Yeah, I don't suckle either. I never. You know, men definitely don't talk about sucking dick. This is correct. Ah, yes. Coffee, yo. So good. Well, let's go find these birds and shit, yo. Let's go find these animals, and then we'll you guys will get a two part from me today. You get a 2-piece. Catch that 2-piece, yo. So yeah, here's the you can say I think we'll call this Uncle Tree or something. See? Check them out. Okay, here's the other trees. Check this out. So here's this one. And then we have this one here. See, these ones are all like miniatures, right? Still, this one comes together with the other one. Kind of gets stuck together over there. Yeah. Yeah, the rest of these are all like 400 maybe. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Let's see if my other miniature island is open that we can see. They used to have fountains, and then one of them broke, and they just shut the other one off. because of the laziness due to, it's really pissing me off because now this beautiful pond is all getting overrun with stagnation that you'll never see what I'm going to show you here, but right now it's happening because they turned the fountains off, which kept the water moving, so there was no algae buildup. Now there's so much algae on this. I've lived here for long enough. I think it's going on 10 years, so I've never seen this before. So look at this. You see? Yeah, it's never like that. See how it's just sitting there? It's filth. It's filth. Although, I mean, I don't know if you can really call it filth because the ducks are getting fat now, so they're gonna eat it up. Maybe they're just letting the ducks eat up all the algae and get fat and then slaughter them. Maybe it's gonna be for whenever everybody starts going hungry because none of the stores are open anymore and nobody knows how to fast or drink the piss. And they're gonna come out here and kill the wildlife so they can eat and survive. Not that I didn't have fucking a bacon and egg sandwich for breakfast, but hey. Yeah, so usually there's 2 fountains, man. It's really causing quite the stagnation to this water. I mean, I suppose in one sense that algae is cleaning up the water, and then if they turn it back on, all the algae will then get, I think, you know, there could be a smart move to keeping them off. We're almost there. We can go over this little island. Hi, little squirrel. Here, see if you want to see this little guy. He's right there. You see him? What's up, homie? You're on camera right now. You cool with that? We can't go out to this little island. There's already some assholes out there. But here, you can check this out, though. Here. There it is right there. So usually I'll sit over there on that side. There's 2 lions on the other side of that. And then, so in front of there was that's where the fountains were. So here's a little island. It's called the, no. Anyways, there's a little island right over this bridge. Super miniature. But these fucking turd necks, these turduckins are holding my island hostage right now. It's okay. They can have it. It's miniature. There's nothing really you can do out there. Suppose there's a little spot you could barbecue out there if you wanted to. What's up, y'all? Okay. I guess what we'll do is maybe just do this like walk back to my cribbles. But here's, see, some of this water here will connect where I can hook up my I don't know, you can get a paddle boat out here, I suppose. Maybe I'll buy a paddle boat and just leave it out here. Okay, cool. Now I can hold this a little better. You know what? Let's cross the bridge, because I got to cross the bridge anyways to go to my domicile, and we'll go over to the park with the swingy benches, and I can sit down, use up this last 5 minutes with you guys. Then I will walk home, and we'll go to the French Quarter, listen to some live music. Yeah, sound good? How you guys feel about that? You guys got to give me a minute or two so I can see what your questions, comments, and concerns. Let me see here. J-Mo, you the luckiest man in the world yesterday. Oh, yes. Yeah, this is definitely what's up. Oh, and there's a puppy here too. Oh, I might get to say hi to a dog. Okay, is it dog time? Let's see. Hi, puppy. Hey, you. Hi, baby. I was one of those. What are the racing dogs? The greyhounds. It wasn't a. It was like one that had long snouty kind of thing. Kind of skittish. You know those ones that look like they need to run or they're scared of everything. Kind of greyhoundish. The ones that very they look like they got snippers for noses. Yeah, there's so many different kinds of trees here. I love you can go somewhere there's palm trees. Oh, we'll go see the big palm trees. You guys want to see the super big palm trees? I go to this little park. I'm like, am I in Florida right now? Because Florida is like palm trees, right? But here, weird enough, there are coniferous trees, a few of them. And there's lots of palms and there's oaks and all sorts of different varieties. It's a perfect climate for many different trees, fruits, vegetables. There's not much that you can't grow here because there really is no. It's not hot enough all year where you can't grow everything, and there's no time of year where you have to deal with the frost. Like only occasionally, like once in a while, you might lose some crops to frost, but. Okay, we're almost there. It's a 5-minute journey. Well, we got some beautiful flowers. We'll see what they smell like. Does anybody know the name of these purple things? I'll show you in a second here. So we've got the yellow flowers here. There's nothing going on. The purple stuff. What are those? What is this? Anybody know what that is? Purple stuff right here. We got these guys. Yeah, purple stuff. Purple stuff is everywhere. I just never knew what the name was. Don't. And here's a really interesting tree. The way it's growing out of the ground, right there. This is the kids climb all over this tree right here. But then, for all of you alternative history buffs, there's one of these. You guys know what that is? You know, the rotundas, the band stages. Like, is that built on top of something? I don't know. I really don't know. But it is right next to the Parthenon-looking building, and it's right next to the museum. So like all in the same area, there are three things that really don't fit the popular narrative. Sure, sit up. Yeah. And I think there's 12 poles on that thing. Am I count them? Let's see. Yeah. And there's 12, which is interesting. Huh? May have something to do with. Oh, and there used to be a sundial that they just removed, which is very upsetting. It's a big sundial. And they just redid that part of the park. I mean, it looks better now because it was just like they let it overgrow and it was like kind of hidden. You wouldn't even know it's there. But we're almost to the Great Lawn, which is oddly right in front of the Pantheon or Parthenon looking building. So if anybody does want to look into the World's Fair of 1884 in New Orleans. So they did one in 1884 and they did one in 1984. The 1984 one was obviously built And it was trash, just like all the other new World's Fair kind of nonsense. But the old ones were for a very important, explicit reason. And if you look into that, you'll figure it out on your own. It's basically destroying old world shit. And I would assume this is also old world Last Empire stuff. This is the what we saw from the other side, from this side. Let's see here. Yeah, there we go. See that guy? And that is right across from the Great Lawn with all the palms. Yeah, we can go find ourselves somewhere to sit down on a swingy bench. Holy shit, I feel like they've... Ooh, swingy bench is over there. Ooh, up here. We've almost arrived. And this grass here is so wonderful. It's one of the greatest things to play around barefooted soccer on. Let's go have a swing. Let's go find out. Let's go see what we see. What's up, buddy? Hello. Ah, shit. Guess we're not getting that swing. Let's go over these swings. Swings. And see, there's that. There it is again. The Great Lawn is right across from that. Strange how they build it that way. Ah, yes. And if you look through there, you can see this little orange building. You see that? It's part of the Storyland. New Orleans used to be called Storyville. Amongst other things, but yeah, Storyville. And so that is like a little theme park and part of a garden too. Okay. We're gonna go on the other side, I think. Okay, there we go. Oh. So here's a little front up here. Little garden. See, now normally these things right there are all filled with water and they're like spraying water, but now they're not doing that. Too much, costs too much. While they're trying to destroy the economy. Oh, hey, how about for you guys? How many of you are dealing with places that aren't accepting cash anymore? Or there's a coin shortage, which is completely dog shit, but coin shortage, no more cash accepted. Pretty crazy, right? The world is a-changing. I've been walking around with $100 in cash in my pocket for like a month. Can't spend it nowhere. It's fucking retarded. Hey, there you go, Jay. The more you appreciate that, the more boobies you get to suck on. It's kind of like when it rains, it storms kind of shit. It's like whenever you like, it's just like the scent of getting laid. Like you're happier you got laid, so you like you are prized possession now. Like every time I got a girlfriend, or every time a really fine chick I'm with, like all of a sudden my phone rings, like, you know, oh, who's this? Oh shit, and some other girl walks up to me. Da 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 da. It's just like they can smell it on you. It's like they're trying to steal some other chick's prized possession. If you ain't got shit, you gotta dig so hard to get that chick, and then once you do, then the floodgates open. And you got anything you want. I'm telling you, man. I'll go months and just be like, damn, I can't even scoop right now. What the hell am I? Do I smell bad? Is my game off? And as soon as it works, and it's like it works on everybody. It's kind of funny. What's up, Jim?
They don't give a shit, buddy.
What's up, plain preaching? What you doing? What's going on? Yeah, we just digging around here at the lawn. palm trees, and then we will, as I said, we're gonna get digging back to my place so I can charge my phone, and then we'll go over to the square. You guys listen to some live music. Should be fun.
Yeah, honestly, 2021 is probably going to be annoying for a lot of people. But, like, I mean, yeah, I was supposed to go to the bomb, and they postponed it to September, and then they just straight up canceled it. So it's like, probably people are, yeah, probably very.
Jay Marley, that's so funny. Yeah, you know what's funny too is like it's the same thing over on. I got whenever on my channel I got a couple like group chats, and it's like the weirdness of the people over there. Some of them aren't on here. Some people don't even know. Like some people I know from Instagram and other places. I don't tell everybody I got a YouTube channel. It's funny. Like they're like, what do you do? I'm like, oh, I don't know if I should share that with you. I don't know if you're ready for it. What up, Sigma? What's up, Leo does? Leo does.
Also, like, our plan right now is to have our close.
Stan, low on 50s.
Is that everyone?
Hanging around waiting for the alien invasion, huh? Yo, the alien's been here. I've been here for a long time. People are just gonna recognize very soon. And according to a lot of people, all of the dormant DNA right around the plasma events, December 21st. Three things are gonna happen. You're gonna get real sick, you're gonna die, or your superpowers will be expressed. Now, I already know where I'll be, so you don't gotta worry about that. You ain't gotta worry about me. But for most people, they gotta worry about whether or not they're gonna get really sick, or if they're just gonna be a little sick and then move their vibe up and get to the point where they're above that threshold. But at that point, they'll become different. You know, they'll be able to do things that other people cannot do. And the only expression is that you're gonna be either under the vibe, sicky, you're too low, and your vibe is shut off, or you just go to a different dimension. You're dead. You're de-added from this dimension. You go somewhere else. Or you're like a superhero. You got superpowers. You become that X-Man. Like you used to be a man, and now you become what is godlike. Or you can transcend to a whole nother realm. I mean, I think that's the other option. But I think most people that are fucking around in here, we already know where we'll be. And so you're either going to become like just chilling, doing your damn thing, gardens, maybe move somewhere. You know, a lot of people moving these days. I just moved. I knew a bunch of people just moved. I mean, and that's good. That's a good thing. Most people move to like a better spot, and that is fresh, different energies. And some people would be bridges, like taking people from the old world, like this sickness, and like, why ain't you sick? Like, it doesn't work on me. It doesn't. If you vibe in this high, that shit down there is not going to even affect you. I mean, think about it. If you're a fish and you live in the deep waters, or if you're a fish and you live in the shallow waters, the deep water fish ain't going to screw with the shallow water fish. And if you're a bird, fish can't mess with you. You know, if you're on the land, fish can't mess with you. Although if you're on the land, you could grab a fish up real quick and eat it. If you're in the sky, you can dip down and grab a fish or a land dweller. So for the Aryan folk, the people in the air, people that are like levitating, things on the lower levels they cannot affect you. You think eagles are scared of sharks? You think bears are scared of salmon? Oh, thank you, Jay. Yeah, whatever, man. Whatever. Just let me know. Cool.
Honestly, it's self-same. I've flown like multiple different airlines. Southwest doesn't like the
Stan, how to I don't think you have to keep your vibe high. That's what I think. That's a common misnomer and mistake. People try to get on that high vibe and stay there. There's no balance. No, you got to ground out and lower yourself once in a while. Like birds ain't staying in the air all day. They land. They land just like a plane hits the ground, just chills, gases up, whatever. Birds, they take a nap. They get in a tree. They sound, you can't just stay like vibing because you'll burn yourself out. It's like just running high voltage through your system all day. You know, depends on the size of your wires, depends on the amperage you're using, depends on how much insulation you got around that wire. A lot of things, but yeah, you gotta for all the fruit juice and piss and whiling out and like you're there, you're buzzing. As much as you're doing that, once in a while, you gotta eat that heavy meal. You gotta put yourself on the ground. You gotta you gotta ground yourself. What's up, time? Danny, you gotta move to the streets. Danny, I always knew you was meant for the streets. I don't know how you ended up in a home, in a house. I always thought you should just be walking the streets. You street walker. What's up, Raquel? What you doing? Yeah, synchrona. That's a good way to put it. You're not supposed to keep it. It's just like it's kind of like an orgasm, You take it when you get it, and then you balance out, and every time you do it, you just level up a little bit. So if your frequency was say baseline, say your baseline frequency is 432, and then your high vibe is like say 600. You don't just stay at 600. You push it to like 605, and then your baseline goes to 450. And then next time you push it up, your high vibe is 630, and then your baseline becomes 490. And you push it up to like 680, and then your baseline is like 500. That's how it works. It's think of it in the stair step methodology, where you take 2 steps up and then 1 step back. The 2 steps you take up is because as a leader, you'll look to the next step. Well, everybody's still where they are. And then after you go a step ahead, you take 1 step back and reach your hand down, and then you pick them up to the stair you were at. And then you go 2 steps up. To look 2 steps ahead, you take 1 step back, put your hand down, pull them up. Go 2 steps ahead. So every time you're moving up 1 step by taking 2 steps and pulling people with you. So you go 2 steps ahead. That way you already go, okay, coast is clear, path is good, this is the way to go. And then all you do is have to take 1 step back. You don't have to take 2 steps back, because then you 2-step in and you're stuck. 2 steps forward, 1 step back, always. Simple math. That's how you play any good game. Go watch a soccer team move the ball forward. They play the ball forward twice, crossed, back once. Twice forward, back once, over. Watch it. They'll start in the back. They'll get to midfield. They'll go back 1 step. Then they go up, just past midfield. They keep pushing. But every time they push, if they put too much pressure, they'll lose the ball. So they go back 1 step, and then they find a new angle. That's the game. Play chess. If you play chess, the same thing's gonna happen. You put pressure on something, you gotta. Backwards in chess is, it could be to the side, but it's still a move in the opposite direction. It's not always attacking. What's up, Brandon Marcus? What you doing? 222. What time is it here? Oh yeah, it's 122 here. So you're in Eastern Standard, huh? Yeah, there you go, Synchrona. Exactly. Like it just life is it's a bunch of shit and stress and garbage and all of that, but that's baseline. Just the kind of some people's stresses are like insignificant to other people, you know what I mean? Like, because you've already been through it, it's like, oh, that's no big deal. And then, but the highs are even higher. The highs are like, you see it from a whole nother angle. Go to the streets that have no name. 2 bedrooms, 6 people. Or Danny, right now you probably should just, you should look to move, yo, because like I moved because I got a free month. I didn't have to pay for. Um, there was no first and last. There was a free month because everybody because so many people aren't working. There's so many open spaces that they took wild. Like I don't know what you pay now, but I bet you if you look, you could probably move to a bigger space for cheaper. Almost certainly. I know a bunch of people in my old apartment complex. They see me moving like, oh, where are you moving to? Whatever. I was like, oh, I found a place. It's about the same size and it's like $500 cheaper. I'm like, for real? Like, yeah. They're like, yeah, because this place, like, you know, they're trying to up the rent and there's no reason they should be doing that. I was like, that's right. I was like, so yeah, there's plenty of places. Might be a good idea.
I mean,
RJ, gamma ray is for high levels of learning. It's like it'll put you in a place of almost instantaneous learning, where you have a great deal of focus and being able to bring information in and process it because your body's in a well, there's two things you can do. You can release tension in the body. You can release by using gamma breathing with trigger points. So if you know about trigger point therapy, where you hold stress in the body, if you get into gamma breathing, when you get there, find a spot in your body that is holding that tension. Take that last gamma breath in, put pressure, hold it, then release, and as you release, let go of that point, and the pressure will relieve right out of there. And so you get rid of stagnant memory. It's kind of like in a computer. It's like defragging a computer. Gamma is like defragging, and then the super learning. And then there's a couple breathing patterns I haven't shared with people because I again, just like many things, like dry fasting, I don't think people should do because they're not there. And there's like there's epsilon breathing patterns, and there's a few others that are just different brain waves that most people should not even consider getting into because they haven't even mastered how to breathe on a day-to-day basis, let alone go through knowing how to get into delta to go to sleep, to get into theta and alpha and what their uses are, and then get into like, you know, the gamma is even more difficult because there's a pattern that you have to go through to get there. So yeah, gamma is for heightened learning and decompression of energy, getting rid of stagnant energies. Danny, you're saying you don't pay water or garbage? I don't pay for electricity is included where I live now. Everything's included except for, funny enough, garbage is even included. The only thing that's not included is water, funny enough, but water is next to nothing here. So, I don't know, $35 a month maybe. All right, check it out. We're gonna start walking back to my crib because it is kind of sounding like about that time, and as well, I can charge my phone, and we can get over to say goodbye to the park. Maybe we can sneak in the back door of this. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can sneak in somewhere for some of the what is it called? The artwork in the park. It's all sculpture. It's a sculpture garden. And if you guys want ever to, like I said earlier in the video, there is a video I made maybe last year, around the same time, around July, August last year. And I took you on a tour of this sculpture garden. It might even be called Sculpture Garden. I don't know. And it's a good 2-hour video, I guess. But maybe right now, you hear that thunder? It's a lot of rolling thunder right there. It's continuing. That does not sound like thunder. It's still going. I think it might be an airplane. Maybe it's a fucking B-52 bomber and they're trying to bomb this fucking place. Oh no, that's definitely light. That's thunder. Whoa. Wow. That's a lot. That is the longest bit of thunder I've ever heard. That was a good 15, 20 seconds worth of it. Oh, it's still kind of rumbling a little bit in the background. You guys can hear that? Wicked, boy. Oh shit, okay, here's the back door, but it's probably not open, but we can always give it a little look-see. You know, sometimes people don't do their jobs right. My guess today wasn't the day, but let's go have a look. You can kind of see some of the sculptures in here, though. These use the main entrance. Oh, no, somebody did their job. Huh. Yeah, it's so funny. I don't know what the deal with the $5 is. Maybe I've just come here on weekdays and it's open on weekdays and it's costing the weekend. I don't know. I've never seen it cost money to get in here. I don't know. All right, so for everybody here, again, I'm just gonna, you can walk with me here, probably shoot the shit till I get to my house and charge my phone. But like I said, it'll probably take me about 1.5 hours to get to the park, or get to the French Quarter. So whatever time is it now? Let me see. It is, let's say 2 o'clock. Oh, we'll do it right at 3:33. How's that? Just 3:33 my time, which is Central Standard Time. Still thunder, huh? So at 3:33 my time, so 2 hours from now, because it took me 10 minutes to get back to my house. Damn, that thunder's kicking it right now, boy. Oh, I did not know this was here. Check it out, yeah. I fucking love fountains. I hope you guys know this. There's a fountain here. I've never seen this guy. Check him out. Check him out. Yeah. Wicked. Let's see, which way should we go here? I never knew that was there. I'm glad we walked this way. Because see, I usually walk around the other side of the building. Here's another, you know what? I don't think I've ever been over here. This is another part of the sculpture garden. And oddly enough, I've never walked into this part. Never have. I don't even know how the fuck you get over here. Cool. Glad we did this. See, I usually am on that side. Maybe that's free to get in there? I don't know. Well, maybe we can do this tomorrow or something. So one of you, or 5 of you, or all of you chipped in a quarter today. I'll pay my 5 and walk you through this whole thing tomorrow. But which way are we gonna do? Yeah, or I can find a way to sneak in this fucking place. I don't know why I've not been on that side. Cool shit over here. How did I not know this existed? Oh, you guys want to see? Look at this. Let me zoom in. Hold on. Okay, right. There's a giant. See that giant gold ring right there? That's like a portal, homie. We'll go through that portal. Thunder is rolling. We can go through that. Maybe it's one of Sonic's rings. Never seen that before. This is really blowing my mind right now that this is sitting here, and I've been to this park so many times, and I did not know this existed. Maybe I jumped in through one of those tunnels. Wait a second. Oh, you know why? This is on the other side of the building. I thought I was in front of it. Okay. Huh. So that's the How do you do this? Oh shit. Okay, so next time. Okay, here we go. Here so you guys know. See, we were over here. This whole thing, man, the only way to get there is literally through a tunnel. I never even knew that tunnel was there. And this side is actually bigger. God damn. Okay, we're gonna go back to my house because I don't have that much charge on my phone. Look, come join me tomorrow. I'll show you the whole fucking thing tomorrow. It'd be great. It'd be great, bro. Yeah, but I think maybe we went through one of those little glyphs, like a glitch in time, where the Mandela effect happened, where this didn't exist, but now it does somehow. Quite strange. Quite strange. Well, there's the lot. That's the big lake right there. Huh. So there's the building. Come around the other side of the art museum. See, look right. See towards the ground right there. Right there, right? So look at the straw. Right there. Those windows. Why are they underground like that? Yeah. That's how they built it. Right. Right. You could never build a small building and think that was a good idea. Especially to go through all of that work to build that big, wonderful structure and then bury half of it underground. Nah, never happened. Never gonna happen. Ooh, there's some there's daffodils. There's those ones. Oh, here's all the little duckies, ducks, and quack, 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 quack. Oh, here they are. Check them out. Oh, y'all getting fed, huh? That's how y'all. Oh, you guys got the good food today, huh? Snacking. I'm gonna come here when I need to eat. My man got all the bread. I'll bring the cheese next time. We'll have a little picnic. What's up, yeah? Good, man. Gotta feed these little geeses. These little gooses. The geese is like little pieces of bread. Huh. So here's this beautiful lined drive. Why they call it a driveway? A park? Why do you park in a driveway and drive on a parkway? I've never got that one. I've always been very curious about that. I don't know whose joke that was originally. Sounds very Carlin. Probably was Carlin. Anybody know the answer to that? Why do you drive on a parkway and park on a driveway? It's very, very actually Carlin / Seinfeld-esque. Man, this thunder is out of control. Hey, you. Is that even possible for thunder to happen for this many minutes straight? I think they're doing something. I don't think that's natural. How could that just keep happening? What is the cause? Like, what do they say it is? Right? It's what is it? Pressure systems mixed with like cold and hot and wet and dry systems. It kind of, I don't know. I know what they say electricity is. Like, woo, that's loud. I know what they say electricity, lightning is. But thunder, man. Thunder, 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 Thundercats. Anybody watch Thundercats? What's the name? What are their names? Leonel? Who else? Oh, it really does sound like a fucking plane overhead, and that's not a plane, brah. Brah, I'm telling you, yo. That is thunder, thunder, thunder. I know someone's gonna go play that on their computer right now. Especially if you ain't seen it, just look up the intro to Thundercats. And if you have, you're gonna look it up too. That is an extra. That's like, did you ever get like, you ever have the burp and you burp for a really long time, or you like, when you're, sometimes you fart and it just goes on for days. It's kind of like that. Oh, here's the front of the park, and I live just around the corner from here. Okay, it's there's a gateway right there. Hey, let's not get hit by a car today. Let's try that. And so we were just at the park, and here is the here's part of the bayou. Okay, this I'm not. Oh, lightning. So I might come out here and see if we can't. I'll bring some metal out here, see if we can't watch some lightning hit something. I'm gonna take my shoes off. Don't worry, it won't affect me. But here's the bayou. The beginning of the bayou is just like a quarter mile from here. There's the bayou. Yeah? All up on the bayou, son. I need to find somebody that's a meteorologist. I don't know what the fuck why they're called meteorologists, because they don't study meteors. Fucking idiotic name is that. I want to know why it's still thundering right now. It's been going on non-stop for how many minutes now? Pretty unbelievable. There's gonna be some. We might actually just fuck around in my apartment. You can see the mess of my apartment right now. Because if it rains too bad, there's no reason to go to the quarter. Because my guy definitely will not be playing. Although this kind of shit might only last after this will probably rain 15 minutes and then stop. We'll see. Let's see if I can get in here. Oh, cannot get in here. Let's go in the fucking. You can go in the other gates. Apparently, I should be able to call my phone from that. I don't know how that works. I guess I'm an automobile now. I'll go in the automobile gates. Okay, guys, check it out. Let me get my apartment and whatever, and we will resume this. And give me like 20 minutes, and we'll resume this. And perchance go somewhere. Maybe just go to a coffee shop. Maybe hang out here. Who the fuck knows? But whatever. Talk to you in a little bit. Bye, bitches. Enjoy that thunder, huh?